So let me be clear about what I believe. I stand with Israel because of our shared values, which are so fundamental to the founding of both our nations.
Advocacy itself is not the cause of the bond between the United States and Israel. Its cause is the shared history and common values that draw America and Israel together.
So when we look at the legacy of imperialism and colonization in the Middle East, and we see the legacy of this country and all of the violence that it has not only created, but also created the capacity for. A lot of these weapons in the Middle East are completely brought in by the United States.
A lot of Americans might take offense to that. You're an American. You don't sound like an American when you say that, you know what I mean?
That's because I've read, you know, and I think that it's really important that we look beyond sort of these really simple narratives that we're told, whether it's about Muslim women, whether it's about the legacy of this country, and knowing that this country literally was built on the backs of black slaves and after the genocide of indigenous people. And I think there's a lot that we can be proud about, but I think that we shouldn't let that sort of blindside us for the realities of the situation.
It was born in the aftermath of the tragedy of the Holocaust. It was created to fulfill the long-standing dream of the Jewish people to return to the home of their biblical origins.
Israel is a beacon of democracy in a sea of violence and hostility.
Israel is the most important technology force in the world next to the United States.
Israel is a victim, surrounded by enemies who want to drive it into the sea.
Israel has a right to defend itself. Israel is surrounded by countries and entities that want to drive them into the sea.
Tensions are rising after the deadliest wave of Palestinian terror attacks inside Israel in years.
It has the right to eliminate the cancer that is threatening its very existence.
There are many reasons why the U.S. has this distinctive relationship with Israel, but I think the one that is most important is actually cultural. That is, we have a long history of representing Israel as being tied to U.S. interests, but also to U.S. values, to religious values and democratic values. Those representations have shaped most of us in one way or another to think of Israel as Israel had to be Israel.
It doesn't really matter what the Palestinians do. They can blow up whomever they want to blow up. They can elect Hamas when given an opportunity to move forward. They can take one chance after another to recognize the state of Israel and their right to exist, and they will not do it.
Like Israel as an arm of American empire, anti-Muslim and Arab sentiments as fundamental to Israel's case for legitimacy, evangelical eschatology that's anti-Semitic, and of course the fact that the majority of American Jews fall into the category of whiteness. So how can journalists and U.S. news media engage with Israel and its role in U.S. history in a way that is honest and adheres to the basic principles of journalism, like punching up and never down?